The daily dialysis, the regular dialysis that I started in the beginning, I was doing it again every other day, and I was doing it in the middle of the day, and I was doing about maybe 3 hours, 3.5 hours of dialysis. And I did this about for a month. I went back to the clinic, and Dr. Minasian looked at my labs, and he said to me, you know, your lab doesn't look that good. You need to do 5 days a week of dialysis. And I said to Dr. Minasian, that's difficult for me to do 5 days a week. You know, I said, and he goes, okay, then what I recommend you to do nocturnal. He goes, you do the whole night. I said, I'll take that, because it was perfect, because I had a busy life, and I didn't want, you know, I said, you know, when I'm sleeping, I can do this. This is perfect. So after like a month, 2 months of doing, you know, dialysis at home, I turned around and did nocturnal. And I mean, I recommend this to everyone.
Tell us
to
what
do.
nocturnal is.
Nocturnal is you do dialysis while you're sleeping, basically. You do it at night.
That would have to be very, very complicated because you're subject to want to move around when you're sleeping, right?
I can move around any way I want to, except only I don't sleep on my stomach. I can lay down straight, I can turn to my left, I can turn to my right, and nothing happens. What we do, the needles, the same way goes in, you stabilize it the same way, but what I do is there's a Velcro that comes right here that covers both the tubes, and then the tubes come up to the arm, and then there is another Velcro that goes here, and I tape it. So when my arm moves, when I move my arm to turn to the left or turn to the right, everything moves with me. All the needles and all the what do you call it? The tubes move with it. So yes, it's a little bit different than, you know, just, you know, putting the needles and taping it. You have to do a little bit more of a you know, you secure it better so you can move it anywhere you want it. But it's never had problems with doing. I have never had problems like needle coming out middle of the night. None of that stuff. None of that stuff. I think people are probably worried. It's like, how am I going to be able to sleep? You know, if an alarm goes on. Trust me, the alarm is so loud that you wake up. You know, if you're sleeping. And, you know, my wife's sleeping next to me, and, you know, and if I don't hear it, he goes, the alarm is on. You know, do something about it. I strictly do nocturnal. Strictly do nocturnal. I start about setting up at 11 o'clock at night. I hook up myself about 12 o'clock, and I go all the way to about 7:30, 8:30, depending, you know, what I have to do the next day, what time I have to get up. So I do about 7.5 hours, 8 hours of dialysis every other day. And I would not go back to doing daily dialysis. I would not go back, because the time that I'm down, I'm not doing anything, I'm sleeping, I'm doing dialysis. So it doesn't affect my life. In the morning I can get up, I can go to my office, I can go to the restaurant, I can go to the college, I can do whatever I want to do. And then when I come home, 11 o'clock, you know, the kids are sleeping, I can start my dialysis. And I extremely, highly recommend this to people who are on home hemo. Start doing nocturnal. It is not scary. It's probably one of the best things will happen to you. In the beginning, you know, your wife, your partner, you know, next to you sleeping might not be able to sleep maybe 1 day or 2 days because of there's a little bit of a noise to the machine. But trust me, they'll get used to it. And the noise is not there, they can't sleep.